Today, my friends, I have two fun little games I want to show you, played by Timur Gareyev, who's participating in the Golden East Coast Open right now in the US. And Timur Gareyev, for those of you who don't know, is a strong Grandmaster rated above 2600, also known as the blindfold king, since he set a record playing against, I believe, 46 people simultaneously in a while blindfolded. So very amazing achievement. And he's also known for sometimes playing a little bit unconventional chess. And I was seeing his games in the tournament and I want to share them with you. We're going to take a look at one of them, but before we do that, we need to set the stage first. So I will just go through this game very quickly, and then the stage will be set for what is to come. So this is the first round game of Timur against Gene Nagauchi here. And like I said, I don't want to spend too much time. We'll just enjoy it without too many variations and see what happens here. So let's go through this. White is sacrificing a few pawns here. Well, by now it's... how many pawns is it yet? 4. But he has a better development, but still more pawns to give. More pawns to give. Well, only 2 more left. It's hard to get rid of those, h2 and a2. Anyway, let's see what happens. Well, there are other pieces to give than pawns. And white enjoys beautiful development for sure, but the problem is black has a lot of pieces. Oh, can the attack come through? That's the question. But doesn't seem like it, and white is slowly but surely running out of material. But now I should have stopped here. The grand finale, queen takes c5. He wanted to give that a pawn, but black refused, and now he played this move in this beautiful harmonious position. He resigned. So now the stage is set for the round 3 game against Fetjer Solvich. So let's see how this went. G4, the Grob Attack. And black also decides to play unconventional here, going h5. If you ever face a Grob Attack, for that matter, well, just play normal moves, I would recommend. Anyway, G5, H4. So, and now G6. And probably at this point they already had reached a position never seen before in tournament play. Not unsurprisingly, I suppose. And white sacrificed a pawn. G6. F takes G6. Knight f3. And we might as well turn the engine here. Does not hurt. D5. Now C4. D4. And rook G1. Making use of that half open G file. Queen to D6. Defending the pawn. And C5. Giving another pawn. Distracting the queen. But he didn't want to take on G6. No, he wanted to actually give another pawn here with b4 to open up the bishop. And black was wise to not necessarily take this pawn. He played queen d6. Maybe a little better would be to put the queen on d5, because on queen d6 white could go knight a3 and try to attack the queen right away. Rook h5 is a good move, stopping knight to b5. Knight c4. And now black decided, okay, well, you know what, I'll grab another one, give me that. But this was a little bit too much. He should just go queen d5. But he took on b4. And here white has a winning advantage already due to his better development. He played e3, this is correct. Tried to open up the position. But now Timur goes a little bit over the top. He didn't take back the pawn. Well, that would be a good idea. But he played bishop a3 instead. Just f takes e3 was very much sufficient, and with this lead in development here, and also important, the square on e5 available for the knight, and the bishop coming out, this bishop coming out, black should be crushed here. And in this one, compared to the previous game, white is not down that many pawns. At least his king is still safe. This is somewhat important as well. And his development is better. But bishop a3. And black decided, okay, I'll take another pawn. Take the pawn d2. Knight f takes d2. And so far, really, black has only moved out the queen, the rook, and some pawn moves. And here black should just go queen c3, but he decided to play creatively on his own. He played rook e5 check, which gives away the rook. But Timur was supposedly not in the mood to take material, only in the mood maybe to sacrifice material, and he didn't take the rook, which he should do. Knight takes e5, queen takes a3, simply bishop d3 here, taking on g6 next move. This is just completely lost for black. Bishop e2 was played, now queen to c3. Once again, you could go after this rook on e5, but Timur decided to go rook c1. And now rook takes e2 was played, good move. Queen takes e2 and queen h3. And somewhat surprisingly, maybe the position is around equal. It's not that clear here because black has a lot of pawns, obviously, and this is still holding on here, even though practically I would definitely prefer white. Rook takes g6, and here black commits a mistake, a big one, decisive. He plays bishop to f5. He should develop the knight to f6, we play queen f5 here. And then really it's not that clear. The problem with bishop f5 is that white can give more material, and that's what he did. Play queen h5, which is a very good move. Threatening stuff on this diagonal. If black takes the rook, then queen takes g6 check, king d8, and the knights will come into action. The rook is ready. All the white pieces are participating in attack, and this is what you want in any attack. You want to have all your pieces involved. The more, the merrier. That's how they say it. So black didn't take on g6. He played king d8. But now knight f3 was played, bringing this knight to e5 or maybe to g5. Now black took on g6. Queen takes. And here he played knight f6. If black takes on f3, white can go knight to e5. And this is nice. Still offering more material, but the white attack is decisive here. For example, queen h1 check, king e2. Well, okay, queen takes c1. Okay, now white can just take back. And I actually missed that. I thought the rook was undefended. Anyway, if black takes on a3, maybe let's look at this one real quick. Then white goes rook d1 check, and king c8, queen e8 mate, so queen d6 would be forced. But now knight f7, king d7, knight takes d6, pawn takes, queen f5 check, and more material will fall. If king e8, things get even worse here because the rook drops. Alright, so queen takes f3, maybe still the best try, but it's also hopeless. So knight f6 was played, and here I'm a little bit confused because in the notation says that now rook d1 check was played, knight d7, rook c1 back, which does not make sense, and then knight b8 back. So I'm guessing it's just a error in the notation move. This game you really don't know, so I would need to ask Timur myself first. But let's suppose that didn't happen and white just played knight g5 here, which makes a lot of sense, attacking the queen and also having ideas here. Queen g4 was played, and now the other knight is coming to e5, and here black resigned as he cannot cope with the different threats. If he removes the queen from defending e6, for example queen g2, then there's a simple checkmate. And you might notice there is no good way for black to keep defending e6 because of the queen c8. The check comes from here, and then actually we can make this pretty nice. This would have been a nice finish to this game. Timur's immortal, it would have been. Gareev's immortal. But unfortunately his opponent did not comply and resigned after knight e5. I quite enjoyed these games, and I like that Timur is experimenting and trying out stuff like this, and he's okay with sometimes it also going wrong, like in the first game we saw, but here it worked out, and he played a game in the style of the old masters from the 19th century where they just sacrificed everything, hoped it would work out, and sometimes it did, sometimes it did not. So in this game it did for Gareev. Unfortunately, his other 5 games I've seen so far had not the same style, otherwise I would have shown them to you as well. Hope you guys enjoyed these fun little games as well. And I should say, take the survey, which is under this video in the description. Take the survey what content you want to see in the future on my channel. That's important, I want to know. And thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.